July 11th, 1804. Two men stood across from each other on the cliffs of Weehawken, New Jersey, pistols loaded, tempers boiling. One was Alexander Hamilton, America's first Secretary of the Treasury. The other, Aaron Burr, the sitting Vice President of the United States. Within seconds, a single gunshot would not only end a life, it would reshape American politics forever. Hamilton and Burr had been rivals for years. Both were brilliant, ambitious men, but they despised each other. Their feud began in New York politics, where Hamilton worked relentlessly to block Burr's rise to power. By 1800, the rivalry reached its breaking point. That year, Thomas Jefferson and Aaron Burr ran on the same Democratic-Republican ticket and tied in the Electoral College. The decision went to the House of Representatives. Behind the scenes, Hamilton, a Federalist, lobbied fiercely against Burr, calling him dangerous and unprincipled. Jefferson won the presidency. Burr became vice president, but his reputation was shattered. By 1804, Burr was desperate for redemption. He ran for governor of New York and lost again, partly due to Hamilton's public insults. Newspapers printed Hamilton's words, claiming he had called Burr a despicable man unfit for office. Humiliated, Burr demanded a retraction. Hamilton refused. And so, the two agreed to the one act that had already claimed the lives of dozens of American gentlemen: a duel. At dawn, on July 11th, 1804, they met on the dueling grounds at Weehawken, the same spot where Hamilton's own son had died in a duel just 3 years earlier. Hamilton brought his pistols, the very same ones his son had used. He reportedly told friends he intended to throw away his shot, to deliberately miss. The signal was given. 2 shots rang out. Hamilton's bullet struck a tree above Burr's head. Burr's bullet struck Hamilton in the abdomen, tearing through his liver and spine. Hamilton collapsed, mortally wounded. He died the next day, surrounded by family and friends, at the age of 47. The public reaction was immediate and furious. Hamilton became a martyr of honor. Burr became the villain of a nation. Within weeks, he was charged with murder in both New York and New Jersey, though the cases were later dropped. His political career was over. No one would ever trust him again. In a desperate bid to regain power, Burr later traveled west, accused of plotting to form his own empire in Spanish territory. He was arrested and tried for treason in 1807, though he was acquitted for lack of evidence. He lived the rest of his life in disgrace, dying in 1836, broke, forgotten, and alone. The duel between Hamilton and Burr was more than a personal tragedy. It marked the death of the old code of honor and the birth of a new American politics, one fought with words instead of bullets. But in the end, it proved one timeless truth. In politics, pride can kill careers, and sometimes entire legacies.